Hi, and welcome back to the Grapen Podcast. Today, we're going to talk about two periods of time in our history and how they have affected the modern world in terms of management. For this, we've invited a special guest, Dr. and historian Benny Pelton from the University of Ohio, and he will talk to us about the characteristics and the impact these two periods had.
Primitive times, pretty simple time in terms of organization. It was characterized by features such as simple social institutions, small populations, and relative isolation. They were hunter gatherer societies, homogeneous societies, and the status was based on sex, age, and kinship. And we have the Neolithic Revolution. It started around 10,000 before Christ in the Fertile Crescent, a region located in the Middle East. It is the start of civilization as we know it. Well, large settlements started to establish, and with it came the development of new technologies. Uh, Societies developed plant domestication and animal domestication. And we also have the increasing population density and new forms of organization. Social structures started to come around, and with it, a more complex of seeing society.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to your favorite TV show, The Wanderers, where we answer typical questions humans have during their daily lives and try to give them an answer. Today, the first question is really important because we think that literally everyone, every single human on this planet, is trying to find an answer to it. And well, this question is, how was management during the work-a-lot in antiquity? Well, what we know is that at this time slavery appeared. The administration was characterized by its orientation towards strict supervision of work and corporal punishment as a form of discipline. The slave lacked rights and work was engaged in a production. There was a low production performance caused by the discontinued inhuman treatment that slaves suffered due to these administrative measures. This form of organization was largely the cause of the fall of the Roman Empire. Really interesting, don't you think? Now, let's pass to the second question of the day. And even though just few people wonders this question, because we love our viewers, we want to give it an answer. And well, this question is, why is the sky blue?
Today, in this emission of management across history, we will be covering an era of management like no other, feudalism. Many talk about management in the current age and how important it is, but why don't we go some centuries before that? Europe's government and society in the medieval era were almost entirely based off of the feudal system. Within feudalism, there was division by classes, and it consisted of three distinct social classes: king, nobles, and peasants. The tasks and lives of the people in these three categories were completely different. The king was the top leader in the land and could not control it all by himself, so he divided it up between barons or nobles. These barons or nobles would pledge their loyalty to the king in return. Nobles ruled large areas of land called fiefs, and they would divide up their land among lords, who ran individual manors. Now, this is when we get to the last ranking of the social classes, and oddly enough, or is it, the majority of people living in medieval Europe: peasants. While some peasants were considered free and would be carpenters, bakers, or blacksmiths, others were more like slaves. They would pledge to their local lord and work 6 days a week for hours each day. Even if they worked extremely hard, they often barely had enough food to survive. Sounds familiar? We have gotten to the end of our episode for today. We'll be waiting for you in the same channel at the same hour for another episode of Management Across History. Take care.
Hello, I'm Dr. Strawberry from Botica Strawberries, introducing the steam machine. As we all know, the important period of the Industrial Revolution led the way to many new developments and gave birth to the new system of factories. Administration became quite a task, with all the resource organization and problem solving in factories.
Let's hear some testimonials from our satisfied clients.
I am very happy with my steam engine. Since I bought it, my life has been simpler in more ways than I can count. Definitely recommend it.
My steam engine has come to stay. I am incredibly happy with all the things it gets done. I can't imagine my life without it anymore. What are you waiting for? Get your steam engine.
The staple of the Industrial Revolution, the steam engine. Get yours now.
Hello, welcome to the documentary of management in the 21st century. My name is Maria Jose Vallejo Baena, and today I'm going to explain you the method, system, and how it functions of management nowadays. The architecture of work is bureaucratic, with individuals reporting to bosses and filling defined roles. The dynamic of the firm is a top-down hierarchy of authority. The top is assumed to know best and the bottom to know less. The main objective and purpose of everything working on the organization is making money for the firm and its shareholders. This is the system that is still being shown to kids nowadays. I don't have much time, but I'm gonna tell you what is management like in the future and how to achieve the world of tomorrow.